Alright boys, so there I was playing some late night Pokemon Showdown, as I tend to do, and I ran into some really cool tech, and that is going to be the Pokemon we're talking about today, and that is Zoroark. Now, a little bit of backstory before we jump into it, so I'm queuing up last night, it's like 11:30 something my time, and I run into a Zoroark. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool team, and then the guy beats me, right? I'm like, damn, that was like really cheesy. Then I play into another guy, same thing, he like beats me with Zoroark, and I'm like, damn, that was like wild. And then, I get home today, me and the boys are grinding, we're building up a team, I got a pretty cool single strike team, probably show it off at the end of the video. I'll try to get a rental out for it probably Sunday night as well. So if you're interested in the Urshifu Rapid Strike team, obviously stick around, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll hopefully have that paced out or paste and rental out in the next couple of days. But yeah, so I'm watching some games, seeing what people are doing, and then I see another even cooler strat with the old Zoroark here. So today we are going to be taking a look at Hisuian Zoroark, boys. Now this is a mon, right? It is without a doubt one of my favorite new Pokemon introduced. I'm actually kind of sad they nerfed its base stats, because I think this thing was originally meant to have I think it was like 125 and like 130 special attack. So like 125 speed, that is. They nerfed it just to mirror the, the current one, which is fine, right? It is what it is. But this mon did some pretty cool things. Now, I guess at first glance, you look at this Pokemon, and I'm sure most people look at it and just think, oh, this is like just a really good special attacker, right? It has access to things like Hyper Voice. I think it gets Hyper Beam. Yeah, it gets Hyper Beam. It has access to Shadow Ball, but probably even better, it's like signature move Bitter Malice, right? 75 damage, so it's like 5 less than the Shadow Ball, but it's a guaranteed 1, attack drop, which is pretty damn nice, right? You look at this, you're like, yeah, maybe you throw like a Protect on this, click Focus Sash, and this mon is, pretty good, right? But there's a little bit of source I found. Now, people, I noticed, were not running sets like this. No. They weren't running degenerate stuff like this. I believe the sets were like this, right? So no Protect, they were running Bitter Malice, but they had 2 interesting moves. One of which is Rain Dance. I don't know if you guys know this. This thing is a pretty fast Rain Dance user. The other was Helping Hand. Now, I saw, I think, 4 different people running this team in total. I think I played against 2 and I watched 2 people, right? You look at this mon and you just like, Rain Dance and Helping Hand, what the hell is this? So you run this thing, you just go like Timid, max speed. I don't know what they did here, because it's Focus Sash, it was probably something like this. But this mon has a really, really cool mechanic, right? So for those who don't know, Illusion, this Pokemon appears as the last Pokemon in your party until it takes damage. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't tested this myself, so I don't know if this is actually, you pick 4 Pokemon and it's always the 4th Pokemon, or if it's just straight up the 6th member of your team. That's something I'm definitely going to try over this weekend, and I'll let you guys know soon. But this Pokemon is really good because of its Ghost typing, right? This is a normal Ghost type, incredible defensive typing, and because it's a Ghost type, it is immune to Fake Out. Now, there is one Pokemon in the format right now that is like key on every hyper offensive team that hates Fake Out, right? Anyone know what his name is? I'll give you 2 seconds. It's Tornadus, right? Tornadus. This mon, he likes to lead, right? He's going to click the Tailwinds. He's going to click the Rain Dances. He's going to click the Bleak Wind Storms. He's going to click the Taunts, right? This is a pretty common set. This is what a lot of people run. Some people run the Covert Cloak. On a team like this, if you're going open sheet, don't run Covert Cloak because you want them to fake out the Tornadoes. That's what I've learned. You can go Terra Ghost as well if you want. I personally love Mental Herb on this Pokemon. You can go Terra Ghost if you want. Probably don't want Terra Ghost because, again, you don't want to bait people into not clicking the fake out. But yeah, so these 2 paired up are really good, because if someone leads with their Rillaboom, their Grimmsnarl, potentially their Sneasler if they're running Fake Out, they see Tornadus and you want to click the Fake Out, right? Especially if you see they're no Covert Cloak and they're no Terra Ghost, right? You just want to click it, right? But then you're going to think, oh, well, okay, that's cool, but what do you pair with this, right? So there's a couple really cool mons, right? So a good one I love is Urshifu. Urshifu Rapid Strike, one of my favorite Pokemon. Fantastic, right? Because why? It loves the speed, right? And it loves Rain Dance. Well, Zoroark doesn't give it the speed boost, right? But on a lead, right, people will be like, oh, Tornadus Urshifu, all right, just, take out the, fake out the Tornadus and we'll be fine, right? Again, it depends on leads and whatnot, but it's pretty cool, right? I love them as a combo. Even disguising your Zoroark as the Urshifu as well can be kind of good, because you might, like, bait a Moonblast into it or something, and then it's like, oh, crap, you just didn't kill it. But yeah, Urshifu is really good, it loves the Rain Dance. It doesn't mind, the Helping Hand as well. Helping Hand Aqua Jets are pretty cool. But there is one other really I don't want to say cancerous, but really, really cool tech. One of my favorite Pokemon in the game, and it's something I definitely want to build around, and that is Regieleki. You might be thinking, what does this combo do? Regieleki and Zoroark? Like, you lead them together, by the way. This is your lead, right? Now, boys, I'm going to give you some sauce, right? Item, what do you guys think, right? Choice specs, maybe life orb, you know, a magnet. Maybe it's physical, right? Choice band. No, we're going normal gem, right? Normal gem. Why are we going normal gem? We're going Terra normal, right? Right, Terra normal. Okay, that's interesting, right? And then we're going adamant. Adamant 252. Okay, it's like, all right, so we're a physical set. Yeah, we'll run max speed just because, oh, god damn. I hate when that happens. We'll run max speed because we can, right? And then you think like, what's your moveset, right? You're going like wild charge. Yeah, that's okay. Extreme speed's like also pretty good. I kind of also just, I was going to show that move last, but the whole point of this is explosion, right? So explosion next to your Zoroark, right? Because again, you're a normal type, so you don't hit it. It's pretty damn good, right? And your Regieleki scares a lot of Pokemon out, right? I've had matchups where, for example, the one that got me was I led my, I believe it was my Tornadus Rillaboom into their Regieleki and Zoroark was disguised as Tornadus. I was like, oh, this is fine. Just fake out the Tornadus, and then set up my own Tailwind, and then I can taunt it next turn. No, so I faked out a Zoroark. Yep, that happened. As I said, it was late at night. You know, I wasn't thinking straight. And then he just Terra normal gem helping hand exploded on me, right? Now, again, you're like, oh, but like Regieleki doesn't have much damage. Boys, I'm gonna show you a calc real quick. All right, so don't mind this here. We're just gonna I'm gonna get rid of that. That's just some calcs I was doing earlier. You know how it be sometimes, boys. So remember, I said my Rillaboom, right? So this is a pretty standard Rillaboom right now. This is the Assault Vest Max HP, you know, really good HP stat, really solid defensive stat, yeah. Obviously, this is what we want. We want Terra Normal. We want 252 Adamant. All right, so we've got Adamant here. And then we're going to go with the Explosion. So you have a look at this, yeah? So you see that Explosion, you're like 46 to 54. Scott, that's atrocious, right? That's doing no damage. Who cares about it, yeah? Who cares about it? Let's click Terra. Okay, all of a sudden, 68. That's actually respectable. It went up, you know, a good potentially 20 to 30% damage. That's, you know, quite a lot of damage, right? And then you just go like, oh, like a little bit of normal gem. Oh, shit. Okay, all of a sudden, that's 90 to 105. That's pretty good. And Helping Hand just puts it up to 130 damage. Yeah. This is insane damage, right? Just look at how much damage that is, man. Like 133% to this Rillaboom. Like, to put it into perspective, right? Well, let's just have a look at like the classic Crest set, right? This isn't even like classic. This is like really physically bulk. I guess that's kind of classic, actually. You have a chance to one-shot it. 25% chance to one-shot it. Like, that's pretty damn insane. Like, that's probably the bulkiest Pokemon in the format that you'd have to worry about. Like, Amoonguss, yeah? Amoonguss. Pinchberry set, bang, gone. 100% dead. And that's in doubles, yeah? That's a spread. So you're killing Amoonguss and whatever's next to it, and your Zoroark is taking 0 damage. Like, I'm telling you, boys, this shit is actually, like, it's insane. It does so much damage. It's freaking wild. All right, and then, you know, you come back to it again, right? And look, maybe on this set, you still want to run maybe, say, like, Electro Web, right? You want to be able to give that, you know, speed control when you need it. But then, right, this team is, you know, you're kind of building this Rain Core, right? Like, you've got this Rain Dance here, you've got this here. And there's another Pokemon that is a bit slept on right now that is fantastic with Rain and also works fantastic with Zoroark and Tornadus. And that is a little bit of Basculegion, boys. A little bit of Basculegion, right? You get that Swift Swim up in here. You know, you run whatever item you want, yeah? Like, let's have a look. What do we actually outspeed at this? If we go Adamant, what can we outspeed, right? Adamant, we're not really outspeeding anything. So, like, maybe you can just go, like, Toy Scarf, yeah? I don't know if you want Scarf, like... To me, I don't like locking myself into things if I don't have to. So, like, maybe, like, Jolly Mystic Water is, like, just better. Jolly Mystic Water, is that better? I mean, you have Tailwind and Swift Swim, right? So, like, you've always got that going for you. But, yeah, like, this mon actually just, like, pumps out damage, right? You can go Terra Water. I think Terra Water is probably the best. And then you've obviously got this big fat Wave Crash. You've got this fantastic Aqua Jet. And then you have one of the best, probably the best Ghost type move ever released, and that's Last Respects, right? And then the last one, you're probably just going to Protect. If you want, like, what coverage does this thing get? I mean, you get Crunch, you get Head Smash. Jeez, it gets Head Smash. Gets Outrage, Phantom Force. Like, it's got some decent things. There's a couple things you can do, right? So I'm just going to slap Protect on there, because, again, I like to be safe. But, like, I'm telling you guys right now, Zoroark actually has a legitimate role as, like, a supportive Pokemon, right? Like, again, you look at this team right here, yeah? It has the ability to obviously buff up the Urshifu. It has the ability to like allow your Tornadus to like play in the back and like still have, you know, because again, like even these two paired up, right? You don't have to go the normal like supportive set, right? Like I still do think you probably want to like run probably these moves here, but rather than having to like, you know, live like E-speeds and stuff on lead, you could even go something like this, right? You could run this up to like, you know, if you wanted, like run it up to there and then still dump a good chunk of HP here and then run like Modest. And then all of a sudden these Bleakwind Storms are like doing huge damage, right? Like you could even go more if you wanted again. Like if you really want to go offensive, run this up to like 196. Like, do something like that. Like that, this mod hits really damn hard. Like, you can use this as an offensive Pokemon with Zoroark. Like, yeah, sure, you're probably still using it as your Tailwind setter. But paired up with this Core Man, like, it does a lot of damage. Like, this shit goes in. And then, again, classic, it's a, you know, it's a Rain team. Just slap an Amoonguss on it, you know. Amoonguss with, like, Urshifu and Basculegion is insane. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen what Basculegion can do endgame, but if your opponent does not have, like, Wild Bolt Storm or something like that, Basculegion will just take KOs. Like Wave Crashes, you don't want to eat Wave Crashes. And this guy sits here, you know, he's got his like Citrus, his Rocky Helmet, he's doing whatever the hell you want it to do. And yeah, it's insane. Like this core here just makes, like, I genuinely think it makes Zoroark like really damn good. Like the double ghost is like insane right now because like sneak peek, it's not sneak peek, well, how do I want to say this? I'll give you guys some advice. I think Power Knight is the most broken thing in the format. I think Flutter Mane usage is right down, and I think that there is no real other like top tier ghost types right now that everyone's playing, right? Like let's get rid of the Shroom here. Let's have a quick look at the that's Shadow Scott. Let's have a look at the quick ghost types, right? Annihilate, his stocks are down. Basculegion kind of gets played. No one's playing Dragapult. Flutter Mane is still really good. It still gets a lot of usage, but it doesn't get the usage it used to. I like don't see any Golden Goes at the minute. I've like seen one Spectrier. I have not seen a single Typhlosion Hisui. So yeah, like ghost types right now are down. And ghost types right now I think are really damn good. And these are two fantastic ghost types. And again, their synergies is great. Like, this thing is pretty damn quick. At like 178, there's not much in the meta that is outspeeding you because like nothing's really running max speed, right? Like in this meta, you need to kind of run bulk to live things. Like you're never going to see a timid 252 Tornadus. And like, sure, Tornadus can outspeed us if it's timid 252, but like it's never ever is. And then like it helps you get up the Rain Dance for the Basculegion. Again, it helps the Aleki. Like Aleki going boom is like what I think makes this team broken. Again, it helps set up the Rain for Shifu. It helps set up, you know, Helping Hands, and like all of these bonds are like really good. Like if you set up the Rain with this and this sets up the Tailwind the same turn, and then you go Helping Hand Bleakwind Storm, like you're taking 2 KOs. Like especially if they don't resist. Like it's actually insane. Like I think Hisuian Zoroark is really cool, and I'm really hoping to get a team out with it probably next week. Anyway, guys, that is it for the Zoroark preview there. Let me know what you guys think of it. Obviously, as I said, I do think Zoroark is a really, really cool Pokemon. I love its design. I caught a shiny one in Legends, so I can't wait to use it. It'll definitely be coming out soon. And as I promised as well, here is the sneak peek at the team me and the boys were running. I think we just went 17-3 with this team on the account. You guys actually can't see it, but you'll see it in the paste. The account is called Urshifu Enjoyers because the whole point of this team was to make Urshifu freaking good. Now, we played around with the speed a lot. We ended up just falling on this set. It's basically the speed creep, the speed creepers. A lot of people are creeping that 140 speed mark. So going 146 allows us to outspeed, you know, certain mons that are boosted. And yeah, it's just pretty good. We have the Zapdos here 1 point faster. Again, we felt this speed tier was really nice. It helped us out a lot in certain matchups. As I said, the most broken combo in the game, in my opinion, is Power Knight. And I mean, Pow, Shifu, like we had a lot of games while testing this where it seemed rough, and then all of a sudden, just like we just sucker punched and win. You know, we just wicked blowed next to our sort of ruin, and we just like one shot something we shouldn't have. Like the amount of Amoongus's we one shot where we would just go like Terra Dark, like wicked blow, and then like swap in our Chien-Pao was actually insane. Like, yeah, this team's really good. And these are just our supports, just pretty standard. I shouldn't even say supports. This is like a very bulky offense. AV, this is like super good into Flutterfish. This was like our answer to Flutterfish because like you just flash cannon the Flutter Mane and it just dies if it doesn't have like bulk. And then yeah, Shroom is just Shroom. It does Shroom things. But yeah, that's my sneak peek team, boys. I'm thinking tomorrow I'll do a Galarian Moltres team. I've got a best of 3 booked in with one of the boys. So if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, obviously stick around. I think doing a best of 3 with a homie is probably a bit better than just casual ladder, because casual ladder can be a bit up and down. And then I'll probably drop top cores Sunday is my thought. Sunday for me at least. I'm in Australia. For all you Americans out there. So it's probably like Saturday for you guys. So yeah, I'll play around a lot Saturday, Sunday, and just like maybe get like 5 cores I think are really good. And then probably Monday night I'll drop like maybe a best of 3 or a casual ladder with this team. So if that's something you're interested in, obviously stick around, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But anyway, I've been rambling on long enough. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.